I also believe, having coached women entrepreneurs and grown my own multi-million-dollar companies before, the fortune is in the focus, Julie. And many CPG brands get all excited and start creating all of these extensions, or they get a call from a large grocery chain that says, we want you right now, and you have to add
potato chips. Right.
Potato chips. Yeah, no. Because that takes away from the message and also your economies of scale by staying focused. So we're going to continue to build out the bars. We know we have a huge market. We're adding new flavors, really exciting. And we're going to be leaning into these conversations. So women are sharing the goodness with each other. But there's 1 billion menopausal women worldwide. Yeah. We're way behind the UK. So we're going to make sure every menopausal woman in the US knows about Bossa Bars and make our way into the UK, Canada, et cetera, et cetera. So
I've been giving Bossa Bars as gifts to everybody I know. So I just take a box of Bossa Bars and hand it over as a gift, and I get so many thank yous, and all of a sudden you've got a whole bunch of new customers. So certainly encourage everybody on this call to go out and get yourself some Bossa Bars.
Julie, I want you to know that every time you give a bar, you are inspiring that woman, not just about her body, about her physical body and nutrition, also about feeling confident in her age and who she is. So the bar is even beyond nutrition.
Yeah, and it sounds like maybe it needs to be a conversation starter, since so few people are really having this conversation.
Yeah. Well, we do a Meno Lounge. I host a Meno Lounge on Instagram every Tuesday live. We need to have you on to talk about all the amazing things that you've been doing in your 50s, with experts on menopause, other women telling their stories, to again, just get rid of the shame. Let's just bring this out. And so every single Tuesday on our Instagram page at Bossa Bars for Menopause, and then all the recordings are there too.
It's such a gift to be able to do that for people, because it feels like a crisis in your life. You're jamming, you're running along, and all of a sudden it's like you hit this wall. It's like, why can't I all these issues you've already talked about, and just the gift of being able to, that you're bringing people together in community and giving them those resources, Julie. And I love what you just said, because I think about, I'm all about love. That's my whole foundational thing, right? And so really giving people, saying, I'm thinking about you and your health, and I love you, and I want to make sure that, you take a pause and you think about yourself, and caring for yourself. It's a beautiful, beautiful sentiment. And
that's the whole thing. That's the whole thing, Julie.
I love that. Well, so only 2% of all venture dollars go to women-founded companies, and they're not enough products out there for women in menopause. And yet you said there's a whole bunch of people who are starting new companies related to menopause. How are we going to get them funded? Is certainly one of the things I think about. And I'd love to just talk to you about, you approached us and me, and we jumped and supported you. And I'd love to just hear a little bit about what has your experience been in this investing journey, in particular with us, and sort of, what did it feel like? And what does it feel like to have this community of women backing you up?
It feels amazing, first of all. I was very intentional about raising money. I put in a good chunk of my own, so I have a lot of my own skin in the game, which I think is important. Even if you only have a small amount, put it all in there, because that makes your potential investor feel like you're all in as well. And then I was so intentional about who I wanted to reach out to, because I don't believe that all money is good money, Julie. And I know, stick with me here. I'm like, what? No, because you want to make sure that whoever invests in your vision gets your vision. They really believe in it. They can add value by sharing it with their own community. They're not just there because they see the possible return in X number of return, ROI, in X number of years. That is a huge part of it. I mean, money is why we invest. However, there's so much that has to happen between the investment and the exit. It's really important that you're thoughtful about who you reach out to. And so for me, because, and I would say maybe it's because I'm 55 too. Maybe if I were 25 or 35, I wouldn't have the group of people around me so I could be thoughtful about it. So that's a bonus. So I only reached out to people that I knew would understand. And if they didn't, if I had a miss on something, I did not chase money. I did not go, like, what about, more meetings, more meetings. No, people who are attracted to it, they got it. And that, I would say, is so important, especially for women. Be thoughtful about who you reach out to, because if they don't get it, it's going to cause you a lot of grief if you accept their money.
Yeah.
Really important.
Indeed. So, what are the other sort of guardrails that you've put in when you've thought about both what kind of investors, but also who's in your advisory community, who's close to you? What are the things that have been most important for you as you've thought about?
Yeah, I would have to go back to value add. When you have a large vision and you want to achieve it in a short amount of time, you want to build people around you that have been there, done that, and exited. Yeah. So they've already, achieved the level of success that you want. So they see it even bigger than whatever you want to do. And they also know the things, the landmines along the way. So I call it an advisor stack. So the more, it could even feel redundant, but the more people that you have that understand and really are excited about your vision, that have been there and done that, I think that exponentially increases your opportunity for success. So bring in those people who really get it, been there and done that. Super important.
Julie, your background, I mean, the fact that you've written the book and had so many great experiences, and also the fact that you're a Black woman, Black women return more for their investors than anybody else in the United States. Wow. So to me, that is a big and safe bet. How do we move the needle to get more Black women founders, investment and support for launching those companies? What would you say to a female entrepreneur who's just starting out, especially if she's a Black woman?
Yeah, great question, Julie. And I know that you are partnering with Hello Alice, or did HWI?
Yeah, we did. We invested in them. Mm-hmm.
So I think Hello Alice, getting the word out more and more about Hello Alice is really important, because I tell every young female entrepreneur that I run into about Hello Alice, because Hello Alice is doing a really good job of getting resources out there for women of color, minority entrepreneurs, about grants that are available and pitch competitions. So more of that, more. And then also even having How Women Invest, maybe do some little micros and a little accelerator there too, to help people earlier in the game. Yeah. I'm fortunate because I'm older, been there, helped other people exit. I see it, but maybe the 35-year-old Julie could have really used that accelerator that's focused on women, help them grow towards investment.
Yeah. Well, this is so exciting, and boy, what a gift for other women to get to hear from your experience. I'd like to back up a little bit and talk about sort of earlier things, and also your TED Talk. So you had a career in corporate sales and marketing for 10 years. And a business coach for women, you best-selling author, and you've been a TEDx speaker. You spoke in 2020, and this is your second company, right? So we'd just love to hear a little bit about, how did you decide to make the switch from your corporate career, and what did it take for you to leave that 9 to 5, and what happened?